Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear brothers and sisters, to the first lesson of Good Tree Arabic Academy, Keys to the Quran, lesson number 1. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your efforts in being here today, making some time to sit down with the first lesson. Inshallah, I hope you're excited, and I hope that you're going to learn so much from this one lesson, inshallah. So, as we have mentioned, we will start with the dua, and I hope you raise your hands when you say this dua, even though we're not together in the class, but you are here with me in the class right now, me with you one-on-one. So let's raise our duas, make dua to Allah to make this easy for us. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم ألهمنا رشدنا وقنا شر أنفسنا ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. آمين آمين آمين. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right in to the first lesson. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We will be starting with lesson 1, which is types of words and their characteristics, which is the basic fundamentals of learning Arabic grammar before we go into everything else. Inshallah, if you master these basics, everything else after that will be very easy, inshallah. So, in Arabic, there are actually 3 types of words. The first type of word is a noun. So, for example, a noun could be a name of a place, a person, animal, or thing, and it doesn't have any reference to time. So it could be in the past, present, future, it doesn't really matter. It's a name of a thing, or a place, or a person. So an example of a place could be Australia. Example of a person could be Zaid. Okay, everyone knows the name Zaid. Now, something interesting about the name Zaid is that Zaid, radiallahu anhu, he is the only Sahabi to be mentioned in the Quran by name. Subhanallah, he is the only Sahabi to be mentioned in the Quran by his actual name, Zaid. So, subhanallah, that's a great honor, and the scholars, they actually use the name Zaid because it's very easy to pronounce and you can do a lot of things with it. So we'll be using the name Zaid quite a bit in these tutorials, inshallah. A name of an animal, fish, giraffe, beef, chicken, whatever you like. Or a name of a thing. It could be like a house, car, phone, book, or it could be an abstract thing as well. Like, for example, love, hate, etc., etc. Okay, so they're names of things, nouns, and it's called ism in Arabic. Al-fi'l, the next one is al-fi'l, is a verb. It's an action word, meaning that it is a doing word. Okay, it has an action, and it can be done in the past, present, or future. So, for example, if you want to say something in the past, you can say, I read this book. You read this book. It was in the past. Okay, the action is in the past. If you want to say something in the present, then you can say, I am learning Arabic right now. Like, by watching this video, you are learning Arabic. Okay, it's a present action word. And if you want to say something in the future, then you can say, inshallah, I will memorize the Quran. I will do something. I will do my homework, or whatever, etc. So these are doing words, and it can be past, present, or future tense. And even in Arabic as well, same thing. We're going to be teaching you how to say these fi'ls, these verbs, in past, present, and future tense. The third one is particles, harf. Now, harf, they don't have any meaning by themselves, but they add more meaning to a sentence. So, for example, there could be prepositions. An example of prepositions in English would be in, out, with, etc., etc. They don't make sense by themselves, but they give more meaning to a sentence. So, for example, I went in the room. Okay, you don't say I went room. You say I went in the room. For example, you say where you're going. You know, I went in the room. I went out of the room, etc., etc. These harf, these particles, they give more meaning to a sentence. And inshallah, in Arabic, they occur a lot in the Quran, so we'll be learning those as well. Interjections like okay, or etc., etc. Conjunctions are like and, then, joining words, joining between sentences, etc., etc. So, we're going to be focusing mostly on nouns in these first few lessons. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first few lessons, we will focus only on nouns, mostly because they are the easiest of the three types to learn. They occur the most in the Quran, okay? And it's just a solid basic ground for you to start your Arabic journey with. Verbs and particles, they're a little bit more not advanced, not extremely advanced, but we're going to start with nouns because they're the easiest, inshallah. Okay? Now, just like people have characteristics, okay, nouns also have characteristics. So, for example, if you look at this group of people over here, there's a very diverse range of people, and you can categorize these people based on, for example, their gender, male or female, right? You can probably categorize them based on whether they are single, they're a couple, or maybe they're a family, right? Maybe you can categorize them based on their position at work, for example, maybe their status, or you can categorize them based on their age. For example, these are just examples. Just like that, nouns also have characteristics that make them into categories, and we're going to go through those categories right now. So, the characteristics of nouns. There are four of them. So, there's definite or indefinite, masculine or feminine, single, dual, or plural, and there's the state of declension, which may be new to you. You may know what definite or indefinite means, masculine or feminine, singular, dual, plural. It's stuff that we know a little bit here and there from English or from other languages, but this is something, state of declension is something that is only special to Arabic, okay? And we'll be spending some time on that. So don't worry, just know that there are four characteristics of nouns, okay? In definite, indefinite, masculine, feminine, singular, plural, like the number, and the state of declension. We will go through all of these characteristics in great detail, with a lot of practice, a lot of examples. So don't be confused. Make sure you write down all the examples. Write this down as well, okay, in your notebook. This graph I have over here, okay. And inshallah, we'll discuss this in the class. So, we're gonna go straight to the example. The thing about other Arabic courses is that they teach you a lot of theory and a lot of rules and stuff, but they don't teach you how to apply it. We're gonna go straight into it, and we're going to learn how to apply these rules. So we all know this word Muslimun. What does Muslimun mean? It means Muslim. Muslimun, which is the proper way to say it, means Muslim. But we're going to see exactly what it means. Like, is it a Muslim, the Muslim, how many Muslims are there? As you can see, Muslim, it means just one Muslim. So we're just talking about one Muslim right now. But we're going to see how we can change this word Muslimun, into the 4 characteristics. So the first thing that we're going to be learning about is definite or indefinite. So when we say definite, we mean that something is defined, it is known, you can say. It is specified. Known or specified. Sorry about my handwriting over there, but you get the point. It's a known or specified thing. Maybe it's mentioned in the sentence already, or the speaker knows about it, or the audience knows about it, for example. But when we say indefinite, it means that the thing that you're talking about is unspecified. We don't know exactly who or what it is. Unspecified. Okay, so let's look at this example over here. A Muslim, Muslimun. So the word Muslimun in Arabic, okay, Muslimun with this dhammatain on the end, it translates as a Muslim. A Muslim. Now it's very amazing because in English, if you want to say a Muslim, you use 2 words, a and Muslim. But in Arabic, you only say Muslimun and it already has that meaning. Okay. Now, when you say a Muslim, that means that we don't know which Muslim it is. So, for example, you say, today I went to the mosque and I met a Muslim. We don't know which Muslim you're talking about. We don't know who he is, or he or she is, or where they're from, etc., etc. We're just talking about an unspecified Muslim. Okay? We're introducing the subject into the sentence. I went to the mosque and I met a Muslim. So if you want to say that in Arabic, then you would say Muslimun. A Muslim, Muslimun. You can even say that this dhammatain over here translates into a. So Muslim means Muslim, and then if you want to say a Muslim, or it's an indefinite Muslim, like we don't know who it is, then you would say Muslimun, a Muslim. So please repeat after me. Muslimun, a Muslim. Muslimun, a Muslim. Muslimun, a Muslim. Okay? We don't know exactly which Muslim it is, etc., etc. Okay? Very good. Now, if you want to say that, okay, I went to the mosque and I saw a Muslim, and then the Muslim came up to me and said salam, then you don't, now we know which Muslim we're talking about. We're talking about the Muslim that we met at the mosque, right? So, we would say the Muslim, right? Now in Arabic, if you want to say the Muslim, you put an alif lam at the start of the word, okay? And you take off this tanween and you just make it into one haraka. So let me explain that again. If you want to say the Muslim, you just put alif lam at the start. This alif lam, okay, translates as the. Okay? Just like this dhammatain over here translates into a, like it's indefinite. If you put alif lam at the start of a noun, then it translates into the Muslim. It's definite. We know which Muslim you're talking about. You're talking about the Muslim that you met at the mosque, etc., etc. Okay? Now, there's a specific way of putting alif lam on a word. You must, okay, so you put alif lam. Alif lam means the, okay, plus the word. The word here in our case is Muslimun, okay, equals al-Muslimu. We take off this dhammatain and we just make it into a single version, okay? Because dhammatain is actually two dhammas together, right? So instead of making it two dhammas, we make it into one dhamma. We put it on the end, over here, and we put alif lam on the front, and the meaning becomes the Muslim. It's definite now. It's definite. We know which Muslim that we're talking about. Okay? So let's go over this again. Let's take off some of these things. A Muslim. Okay, so Muslimun, a Muslim. Muslimun, a Muslim. Al-Muslimu, the Muslim. Al-Muslimu, the Muslim. I hope that you're repeating after me, because this is exactly how I teach in my live classes, and this is what I expect from you on the online classes as well, inshallah. Okay? Now, let's practice even more. So the rule here is a noun is made definite by al, and al translates as the. But sometimes in English you don't translate the all the time. Like, for example, if you say I went to school, okay, I went to school, you already know which school that you're talking about. You're talking about your specific school, right? You don't say, oh, I went to the school. Okay, I mean, you can say that, but sometimes it's so obvious, the fact that this thing is definite, okay, it's known, we already know which school you're talking about, so sometimes we don't even say the in English. But in Arabic, you do have to say it. You have to pronounce the alif lam, okay? You have to say al. Now let me give you some more examples, okay? So actually, let's go to the next slide, and there's more examples there, actually. Okay, so we're going to go through some examples, some practical examples right now. So let's go on the first line, okay? We start from right to left in Arabic, so let's just start from here. So the word over here that we have over here is the word kitabun. Kitabun. Now, I think we all know in Arabic, what does kitab mean? Kitab means book, right? Kitab means book. But now we know that it's actually kitabun. It has a dhammatain on the end. Now, just like Muslimun, Muslimun means a Muslim. So kitabun means, yes, a book. A book. It's an indefinite book. We don't know which book you're talking about. If you say, oh, I read a book, we don't know which book. It's indefinite. So you would say kitabun. But if you know which book you're talking about, it's definite, everyone knows which book you are mentioning, then you would say al-kitabu. Al-kitabu. So how would you translate it? I read the book. It's definite, meaning it's known, okay, what is already mentioned in the sentence before. Al-kitabu means the book. So you see, this alif lam, it gives the meaning of the. And we don't say bun, we don't put that dhammatain, over here, we only put one dhamma on the end, okay? Al-kitabu. Al-kitabu means the book. So please repeat after me. Kitabun. Kitabun, a book. Al-kitabu, the book. Let's do that again. Kitabun, a book. Al-kitabu, the book. Okay? And you will see both versions of these words in the Quran many times. Okay? You will sometimes see kitabun, kitaban, kitabin maybe. Okay, and you will see al-kitabu, al-kitaba with a fatha, and al-kitabi with a dhamma. Okay, and I'll explain that later on as well. Okay, let's go to the next example, number 2. That's number 1, number 2. And please write down these examples with the meaning, okay, with the translation and any explanation that I give, because obviously I'll be checking it, inshallah. So yeah. So the next one is baytun. Baytun. What does bayt mean in Arabic? It means house. But now we know baytun, it has a dhammatain on the end, or has a tanween on the end. So it means a house. Okay? I went into a house, for example. I bought a house. It's indefinite. And if you want to make it definite, and you want to say, I bought the house that I was looking at for many months, then you say, al-baytu. Al-baytu. The house. Okay? So maybe you can say, al-Kaaba. Al-Kaaba. No. Sorry, not that example. Al-baytu. Okay, jamilun, for example. The house is beautiful. Okay, and don't worry, we're not going to make sentences at the moment. I'm just trying to tell you what's the definite and the indefinite at the moment. Okay, inshallah, we'll be making sentences very soon. The third example, number 3, mu'min. What does mu'min mean? Can you guess? It means believer. Okay, but now we know mu'minun. Mu'minun means a believer. A believer. Okay, it's indefinite. We don't know which believer it is, you know, etc., etc. But if we do know who it is, then we say al-mu'minu. Al-mu'minu. The believer. Okay. And the last one, shams. Shamsun. Can you guess what shamsun means? I'll draw a picture of it over here. What do you think this is? Yes, correct. It's a sun. However, when we say shamsun, then it means a sun, okay? A sun. Now, obviously, in our solar system, there's only one sun, okay? But there are many suns Allah has created in other galaxies, so we say a sun. We don't know which sun it is. But if you're talking about our sun, okay, the one that we know, the one that we see every day, inshallah, then you can put alif lam on the start, okay, and you say ash-shamsu. Ash-shamsu, okay? You take off the dhammatain, you just put one dhamma on the end, and you say the sun. Now, let me ask you a very interesting question. Why, okay, let's go to this example over here, al-mu'minu. Why are we pronouncing al over here when we say al-mu'minu, and over here when we say ash-shamsu, this alif lam completely disappears, it becomes silent? That's a very interesting question, yeah? Why do we put a shadda and we say ash-shamsu? Why can't we say al-shamsu? Well, this is actually one of the rules of Arabic, which I will tell you right now. Okay. So, one of the rules of Arabic is that some letters, when they take on alif lam, okay, the alif lam, the lam becomes silent, and some letters, when it takes on alif lam, which means you pronounce the alif lam, the lam in the alif lam. Okay, so let me explain. So ash-shamsu, just as we explained before in the slide before, ash-shamsu means the sun. But when we put alif lam to it, okay, it becomes silent. Okay, it becomes silent, and then we put a shadda on the sheen, and it becomes ash-shamsu. It becomes ash-shamsu. And ash-shamsu means the sun. Okay? But if you look in this example over here, al-qamaru, al-qamaru, this lam is actually pronounced. It's pronounced. Okay. Al-qamaru means the moon. Okay. So in Arabic, in tajweed, actually, the letters that are pronounced are called the moon letters, and the letters that are silent are called the sun letters, and they are over here. Okay, al-huruf al-shamsiyya, ta, tha, dal, dhal, ra, za, sin, shin, sad, dad, ta, dha, lam, and noon. Okay, whenever you have a word that starts with a ta or a tha or etc., etc., then the alif lam becomes silent. So for example, you know, in Surah Teen, you know how we say wattini was zaytun, wattini was zaytun, attini was zaytun, zaytun. I really wish I had my whiteboard here. I love the whiteboard. Anyway, have to do with what we can. Okay, was zaytun. You can even see by the way you say it, do we pronounce this alif lam over here? Nope, we don't. Okay, so that means it's huruf al-shamsiyya. At-tini was zaytun. However, al-huruf al-qamariyya, the moon letters, okay, so al-huruf al-shamsiyya are sun letters, and al-huruf al-qamariyya are moon letters. Okay, so for example, al-Islam, do we pronounce the lam in it? Yes, we do. Al-Iman, you know, Al-Iman College, Al-Iman, we pronounce the lam in these words. So alif, ba, jim, ha, kha, ain, ghain, fa, qaf, kaf, mim, ha, waw, and ya. In these, if any word starts with any of these letters, then we pronounce the lam. Okay, we pronounce the lam. So I have a list of words over here which you will be memorizing. Okay, and we'll be doing a lot of examples with these. These are some of the most oft repeated nouns in the Quran, so it's good that we're using these as examples so you can memorize them straight away. Alhamdulillah. So yawm in Arabic means day. Now, one thing that you need to know is that the last letter of a word, okay, what's the last letter of the word in this word over here? Yawm, ya, wa, and mim. Yeah, mim is the last letter. It can take on either a dhammatain, a fathatain, or a kasratain. Okay, everyone knows what dhammatain and fathatain and kasratain are. Yeah, it's like a double dhamma, double fatha, or a double kasra. Okay, and it all means the same. Okay, it means the same. However, in different situations we use a dhammatain. In another situation we would use fathatain. In another situation we would use kasratain. Now let me explain why am I explaining this. Okay, let me explain why am I explaining this. Okay, anyway, whatever. Okay, so let's take the first example, dhammatain. Okay, number one. So please write these down by the way in your notebook. Okay, yawmun. Okay, yawmun, just as we did in the previous examples. Oh, look, there's a dhammatain over there. Oh, I wonder what that means. So we know that yawm means day, okay, and we know that this dhammatain, like this tanween over here, it means something. What does it mean? It means a. Yeah, yawmun means a day. an unspecified day, okay, in the life of someone, okay, a day. Now, let me explain this as well. Yawmun means a day. Yawman means also a day. And yawmin means a day as well. Why? Because they're all tanween. They all have tanween. Okay? It doesn't change the meaning. If it has a tanween, it's not just dammatain. If it has a tanween at the end of a word, that means it's indefinite. Okay? So tanween equals indefinite. Okay, so let's go back into the examples. So yawmun, but we'll just go with dammatain for now, okay? So yawmun means a day. And if you want to make it into you want to put alif lam onto it, then what would you say? Al-yawmu. Sorry about that. Al-yawmu. That is a dhamma. Let me do that nicely, okay? Al-yawmu. And just like that, if you have the word yawman, okay, yawman, it means a day as well. If you want to make it into alif lam, or you want to make it into definite, then you'll just say al-yawma, okay? Because you see, this has a dhammatain, so you put a dhamma on the end of that one. And this one has a fathatain, a double fatha, so you put a fatha on the end of that one. And if something has a kasratain, a double kasra, okay, and you want to make it into alif lam, definite, you know, say the day, then you put a kasra, okay, kasratain, kasra. And all of these, it just means a day, okay? Don't get confused. Just because it has a different haraka doesn't change the meaning, okay? It's just that the tanween equals that it's indefinite, okay? And if it has a alif, and if it just has an alif lam at the end, see, alif lam al-yawmu, alif lam al-yawma, alif lam al-yawmi, it just means the day, okay? It just makes it definite, okay? It just makes it definite. Is that understood, everybody? If you have a question, then please write it down, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't get it, it's fine. I'll explain it to you on the online class again. But just know that these are the different variations of how a word can be written, but the meaning stays the same. A day, yawmun, yawman, yawmin, because it has a tanween, it means it's indefinite. A day, we don't know which day, unspecified day. And al-yawmu, al-yawma, al-yawmi, okay, the day. It's a definite, okay? We know which day we are talking about, okay? Okay, so we know that yawm means day, okay? So if you want to make it into, it says yawmun, you want to make it into the day. So yawmun means a day. You want to make it into the day, then what would you do? You would say al-yawmu. Al-yawmu. Please write this down, okay? Al-yawmu means the day. The day. Yawmun, a day. Al-yawmu, the day. Okay? The next word, adhab. Adhab. Adhab means punishment. Adhabun, for example. Adhabun means a punishment. Okay? And if you want to say the punishment of Allah, for example, then what would you do? You just add an alif lam at the start, okay? And you take off this tanween and put the corresponding haraka, and it would become al-adhabu. Okay, I'm trying to write as neat as I can, but this is how we write it in Arabic, okay? Al-adhabu means the punishment. Please write it down in your notebooks, please. Okay, the next example, Rasul. Rasul means messenger. When we say Rasulullah, messenger of Allah. So Rasul Lun means a messenger. If you want to say the messenger, Ar-Rasulu. Ar-Rasulu means the messenger. Okay, Ar-Rasulu. Another word that occurs a lot in the Quran is the word thing. Okay, just anything, something. And in Arabic we call it shay'un. Shay'un. Okay, so a thing. It can be anything. Okay, and if you want to say the thing, okay, we know what specific thing we're talking about. Then we put an alif lam at the start. Okay, and we say ash-shay'u. Please write it down exactly the way, maybe even a little bit neater than mine's. Ash-shay'u. Okay, ash-shay'u. So you see this ra over here and ash-sheen over here. These are huruf ash-shamsiyah. These are the sun letters. So that's why we're not pronouncing this alif lam over here. But on the first two examples, al-yawmu, al-adhabu, the ya and ayn, it's part of the moon letters. So that's why we are pronouncing the alif lam over here. Okay, so ash-shay'u means the thing. Okay, so kitab, okay, we've done this before. So let's do it with another haraka. For example, kitabin, for example. Oh, let's do kitaban actually. Kitaban. Kitaban means a book. Just because it has a fathatain doesn't mean it's a different meaning. Kitaban, because it's a tanween. Okay, tanween means indefinite. So kitaban. And if you want to put an alif lam on it, then you cancel this fathatain and put a corresponding haraka, which is a fatha, and you would say al kitaba. Okay, if you say kitaban, then you would say al kitaba, which means the book. Same thing. And the last example, haqq. Haqq. Haqq means truth. It has many other meanings as well. Okay, it has many other meanings as well. But for example, let's say haqqin. Okay, haqqin with a kasratain. It means a truth. I just put a kasratain just for another example. Okay, and if you want to say, you want to make it into definite, then you put an alif lam at the start. Okay, and then you take off the kasratain and you put a corresponding haraka, which is a kasra, and you say al haqqi. Okay, al haqqi means the truth. Okay, al haqqu, al haqqa, al haqqi, same thing. Okay, it's just that the haraka kind of changes a little bit sometimes. Al-Haq is also one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. Okay, so please write down this whole thing that I just wrote right now in your exercise book. Pause this video and write it down, inshallah, and I'm going to ask you to explain it to me. I hope I explained it well enough for you to explain it to me. Inshallah. If you didn't, then watch it again. And if you didn't understand, then message me, inshallah. Okay, let's go right into the next part. Oh, so here is another batch of examples. Okay, so ayatun, okay, so we say ayatun means verse or sign, and if you want to put alif lam on it, I'll just quickly tell you how to write it down. You guys can just write it down. I won't explain that much. Ayatu, ayatu. Okay, put that hamza over there as well. Sama'un means sky. Okay, sama'un means a sky, and if you want to put alif lam on it and say the sky, then it would say as-sama'u. I think you have heard this word in the Quran many times before. As-sama'u, as-sama'u. Okay. Yes. Okay. Al-ayatu means the verse, or the sign. As-sama'u means the sky. Okay. Nafs means soul, self, person. It usually means a soul. Okay. So nafsun means a soul, and if you want to put alif lam on it, then you would say an-nafsu. Sorry, this is supposed to be a scene over here. Let's write a bit more nicely. An-nafsu means the soul. The next word, ard. Ard comes many times in the Quran. Ard means earth or land. Okay. Ardun means a earth, a land. And if you want to put alif lam on it, which it usually comes with, then you would say al-ardu. As-sama'u wal-ardu. The earth and the sky and the earth. The earth. Okay, al-ardu. Nar comes many times in the Quran as well. Narun, a fire. And if you want to say the fire, then you just put alif lam at the start, and it becomes an-naru, the fire. And the last word, Jannah. Jannah means garden, or Jannah, like paradise. Okay, so Jannatun. Okay, Jannatun, a Jannah, you can say. And if you want to say the Jannah, then you'll put alif lam at the start, and it will just be al-Jannatu. Okay, the Jannah. I hope everybody writes down these examples, and let's get straight into the next part. So there are a few other ways a noun can be definite. Okay, so we studied one rule, which is the rule number 1 was add alif lam, which means the, to a noun. But sometimes you don't need to add alif lam to every single noun to make it definite. Okay, because sometimes in its meaning there is definiteness. So, for example, the name of a place or a person, if you're talking about a place or a person, that means you know its name. Okay, so if you say Aisha, you know which Aisha you are talking about, right? If you're talking about Egypt, you know which country you are talking about. If you're talking about Zaid, you know which Zaid you're talking about. Okay, so in the meaning of this word, there is definiteness. Okay, even though Zaidun has a tanween, okay, on the end, it doesn't mean a Zaid. It doesn't mean a Zaid. Okay, that's not correct. Zaidun is just written the way it is because that's how it was revealed in the Quran. Okay, Aishatu, that's the actual way that you say it. Misru means Egypt. Basically, it just means that it's definite by its meaning. By meaning. Because it's a specified person. Okay, we were talking about Aisha, Zaid, Egypt, etc. It's specified by its meaning. Okay. The second one is a relative pronoun. So alladhi means which, the one, who. We're going to get into that later. The third one is demonstrative pronoun. So hada means this, dhalika means that. So if you're pointing to something, okay, that's a finger, and you're pointing towards something, that means that it's definite because you're pointing towards it. That means you can see it. You're pointing to it. So if you say, oh, hada al-kitab, this book is mine. So you're pointing towards the book and you're saying that, oh, this book is mine. Okay. So it's definite. It's a specified book that you're talking about. And the fourth one is personal pronoun, which we're going to learn in the third lesson. Huwa means he, hiya means she. So if you say, oh, he is a Muslim, okay, say, oh, huwa Muslim, huwa Muslimun, okay. So you know who you're talking about. You know who he is, okay? You know who he is. Maybe someone else doesn't know, but when you're saying he, you know in the back of your mind, oh, he means Muhammad, or it means Zayd, or it means some guy that I met in the mosque, for example. For example. Okay, let's get into the next part. So, the next part is masculine or feminine. So, in Arabic, words, they have a gender, actually. In Arabic, words have a gender. And it can either be masculine or feminine. Masculine words, feminine words. Masculine words, feminine words, okay? So, as a default, we make all words masculine. And there are exceptions which make it feminine. Okay? That's just the easier way to do it. I'm not it's not a feminist sort of thing, okay? It's just how the language was formed. So it has nothing to do with any of that, okay? So it's a masculine word. Usually it's a masculine word. And it can become feminine by certain rules, okay? So the first rule that we are going to go through is rule number 1 over here. You see the original meaning of the word. Is it a feminine attribute? So if a word means a feminine thing, for example, mother, can a mother be masculine? No. A mother is always a female, right? So a mother, it's a feminine word. It has to be a feminine word. So mother in Arabic means ummun. Ummun. A mother. Ummun, a mother. Okay? So is a feminine word. Sister in Arabic, can a sister be a masculine? No. Sister is always feminine. So, ukhtun is a feminine word. Okay, ukht means sister. Pregnant, can a masculine thing be pregnant? No, it has to be feminine. So pregnant means hamil. Say hamilun means pregnant, okay? So a sister. And remember, if you want to say the sister, you just add alif lam. Hamilun means a pregnant person. And just by the meaning of it, you know that pregnant means, oh, it's a feminine person, okay? Because a man cannot be pregnant, okay? A pregnant person, okay? The second way to know if a word is masculine or feminine is to see the ending of the word, okay? See the ending of the word. Does it end with a ta marbuta? This is called ta marbuta, okay? This is how it is when it's joined. And this is how it is. This is how it is when it is separated. Okay? It's called a ta marbuta. Okay, ta marbuta is a very special type of ta which only occurs at the end of a word. So, for example, a very common feminine word that we all know is the word madrasa, right? What does madrasa mean? It means school. Okay, madrasa. Madrasatun, for example. Madrasatun means a school. Now, madrasa, like a school, we don't know, it's not feminine by its meaning. A school it's just a non-living object, right? But then the way the Arabic has been formed is that it has a ta marbuta at the end. So that's why it is a feminine word, okay? It is a feminine word. Madrasatun, a school, okay? It's a feminine word. Another word may be, let's see. For example, the word that we just learnt just a little bit before, jannatun, yeah, jannah. So jannatun, jannah. Jannatun has a ta marbuta at the end, okay? So that means a jannatun means a garden or a jannah, like paradise. So that means it is a feminine word. It is a feminine word, okay? And so that means anything that has a ta marbuta at the end, okay? Oh, that looks like a face. Anyway, anything that has a ta marbuta at the end is a feminine word. And this is very important for you to know, okay? Because we're going to be making sentences later on. And having a word being masculine or feminine, it makes a difference. Okay, you guys need to know this. So, here are some examples of some feminine words and some masculine words. You don't need to memorize all of these at the moment. However, it's good if you pause this video and write it down. So, kitabun means a book, qalamun, a pen, kursi, a chair, maktabun, a desk, babun, a door, baytun, a house. And these, they don't have, there is no ta marbuta, right? There's no ta marbuta on these. So this means that it is mudhakkar, it is masculine, okay? Masculine. However, if you look on this side, on this column, we see that these are feminine words. Why? Because they have a very specific thing. Mistaratun, sayyaratun, sa'atun, madrasatun, ghurfatun, nafidatun. Okay? They all have ta marbuta, which makes them feminine. So, now we are going to see how to make a word into a female version. So, as we learnt before, Muslimun means a Muslim, but it actually means a male Muslim because it's just the default, right? It doesn't have any signs of femininity. It doesn't have any ta marbuta on it. So if you say Muslimun, it means actually a male Muslim, okay? A male Muslim. However, if you want to say female Muslim, all you have to do is add a ta marbuta at the end. And it becomes Muslimatun. What does it become? Muslimatun. A female Muslim. See? We know the difference between Muslimun and Muslimatun. Why? Because Muslimatun has a sign of femininity, which is this ta marbuta over here. So if someone says, Ana Muslimatun, okay, I am a Muslimah. That's why we say Muslimah. Okay? If you want to be very specific and say, I'm a Muslim, I'm actually a Muslimah. You know? If you want to say that because I'm a female, for example. And So that's for indefinite. So as you see, we're building up on the previous lessons, okay? We're building up on the previous lessons. Al-Muslimu means the male Muslim, and al-Muslimatu means the female Muslim, okay? So you see, you just add alif lam to these two words, it just becomes definite. Al-Muslimu, the male Muslim, al-Muslimatu, the female Muslim. And the rule here is just add ta marbuta to the end of a masculine word to make it feminine. Okay? But you can't do that with all words. Some words are masculine by the way the Arabs use it, or some words are feminine by the way the Arabs use it. You can only do it for these types of words that can be female or male. Okay? Muslim, it can be male or female. Okay? Male or female. So we're going to go through a few more examples right now. So in this table, you have over here, let's go through this part of the table first. So rajulun means a man, and imra'atun means a woman. Okay? Sadiqun means a friend. It means a male friend, okay? And sadiqatun, you put a ta marbuta at the end, it becomes a female friend. Okay? Talibun means a student, but it means a male student. Talibatun, you put a ta marbuta at the end, it becomes a female student. And etc. etc. Okay? Mudarrisun means a male teacher. Mudarrisatun means a female teacher. And zawjun means a husband, okay, a spouse. Zawj actually means spouse, right? But obviously a male spouse means a husband, right? So zawjun means a husband, and zawjatun, you just put a ta marbuta at the end, it means a female spouse, which means a wife. So the third way to know if a word is masculine or feminine is rule number 3. It is used by the Arabs as a feminine word, even though it doesn't have any sign of being feminine. So obviously the Arabic language is a very ancient language, and it's been used by the Arabs for many thousands and thousands of years. So some words, even though it doesn't even have a ta marbuta on it, or it doesn't have femininity in its nature, in its meaning, it's still used as a feminine word, okay? And it can be elements of Mother Nature, something harmful, body parts, or some other things, okay? And we're going to go through some examples right now. So the following words in the table, they are feminine. So here is a list of common exceptions to rule 2, which is, if it has a ta marbuta, that means it's feminine, or if it's feminine by its actual nature, like mother or sister, it's feminine. So these words over here, it doesn't show, there's no sign of it being feminine, because, for example, let's look at the word shams. Shams is just a creation of Allah. The sun is a creation of Allah. We don't know if it's masculine or feminine or female or a female. However, we treat it as a feminine word because that's how the Arabs treated it. Okay? So shams is a feminine word. Rihun means wind. Rih is a feminine word. Bi'r means well. Okay? Well. You know, like the well that you get the water from. So bi'r is a feminine word. Sama, we learned the word sama. It's a feminine word as well. Nar, narun, it means it's a feminine word. Dar, darun, house. Ka'sun, cup. Ankabut, spider, it's a feminine word. Harbun, war, it's something harmful. Ard, land. So, it's like Mother Nature, okay? Nafsun, it can be used as a feminine word, and suq, it's a feminine word as well. So you see, like elements of Mother Nature. Like let's see in this list over here. Shams is Mother Nature, Rih is Mother Nature, Sky is Mother Nature, Fire, and Earth, Land. It's not a general rule. It's a exception rule. But if you memorize these words, which come in the Quran quite a bit, then you'll just be fine. You just know that, oh, okay, these are feminine words, okay? So another thing that you need to know is body parts. Body parts, if it comes in pairs, okay, like rijl, ain, or udun, sin, or yad, then these words are also feminine. In contrast, the words for nose, anf, mouth, thumb are masculine, as you only have one. And some parts of the body can either be masculine or feminine, like head, ras, liver, kabid, or upper arm, adud. So you guys don't need to memorize this at this stage, okay? Just know that, oh, okay, some words, they can be feminine, some words can be masculine, depending on how the Arabs use it. But I want you to memorize these 3 body parts today, okay? So do a little bit of a picture in your exercise book, okay? And write down the word underneath. So we start from the right hand side. So what is this? This is a picture of a hand. So hand in Arabic means yad. Ya dal, yadun. A hand. Okay? And if you want to put alif lam and say the hand, then you say al yadu. Al yadu, the hand. Okay. Very good. So this is a feminine word, okay? It's a feminine word. Yad. Because you have two hands here. It doesn't show 2 hands over here, but you have 2 hands, so that means it's a feminine word. What is this over here? This is a ear. And obviously ears come in pairs. So ear in Arabic means udhun, udhun, udhunun. Okay? An ear. An ear? Yeah. I think that's how you would say it in English. And if you want to say the ear, then you'll say al udhu nu, the ear. Okay? It's a feminine word. And what is this? This is an eye. The word for eye in Arabic is ayn. Aynun. An eye. And if you want to say the eye, then you say al aynu. So please write these down in your exercise book and memorize it. So we've come to the keys to the Quran, which is a section where I give you a little bit of homework and a little bit of practical application, so you can apply what you have learned to the Quran directly, immediately. So the first thing I want you to do is memorize these masculine words. Okay, so we learned about feminine and masculine. So I want you to write these down, okay, in your exercise book. Okay, yom means day, okay. The more you write it down, the more you'll remember, okay? And the more you'll be able to retain the information. So that's why I want you to write it down. Yom occurs 405 times in the Quran. The word adab occurs 322 times. Rasul, nafs, kitabun, haqqun. They all occur many times in the Quran, so they are very useful words for you to memorize, inshallah. And now, every time you read these words in the Quran, inshallah, you will be able to recognize them. And you'll be able to recognize, oh, is it definite or indefinite? Because yawmun, if it has a dhammatain or a tanween on the end, that means it's indefinite. And if it says al-yawmu, then that means it's definite. Memorize these feminine words as well. Aya, sama, nafs, ard, nar, jannah. They also occur many times in the Quran. And the last thing that I want you to do is to find one example from the Quran for each of the words you have just memorized. Okay, so there was around 12 words, 12 or 15 words, I think. So all you have to do is just take a page in your exercise book. Okay, write down lesson 1 homework. Okay, and you write down the word. Okay, for example, you want to find the word kitab. Okay, you just write kitab. Okay, and you go to the Quran. You can use the internet as well. Okay, so if you have Arabic English, if you have Arabic English keyboard, okay, the Arabic keyboard, you can just write down the word kitab in Google, in the Quran, Google, and find a ayah that has the word kitab in it. So in Surah Baqarah, okay, you can use this example if you want. In Surah Baqarah, it says Alif Lam Mim Dhalikal Kitabu La Rayba Fi, and you just have to write that much, okay? And then find the translation and write it down underneath it. I want you to write it down in Arabic in your notebook, okay? And then after you have done it, this exercise, take a pic of this exercise and send it to your teacher, and we will share these examples with the class, inshallah. So try to find at least one example for each of the words. If you can't find any examples, then that's fine, inshallah. You can copy from someone else after the class when we share the examples. The only reason why I'm telling you to do this is so that you can practically see how it applies to the Quran, okay, and find these words in the Quran, inshallah. Okay, so alhamdulillah, we are done with the first class. It went on for 1 hour. I hope that I explained everything very well, and if I didn't, don't worry, I'll explain it again as many times as you need. Please go over it again. Make sure you write your notes properly, and make sure you do this homework properly and memorize the words. Okay, so inshallah, I'll see you guys on the live class and in the next lesson, where we will talk about the other 2 characteristics of words. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.